Today, I wanted to dive into something that I've personally experienced, that I know some of you guys out there are experiencing, when your narcissist still keeps in contact with their ex-partner. Why do they like to stay in touch with exes? I know firsthand how much this hurts. I know firsthand you feel like you're not good enough. You feel like you are insufficient in some sort of way. So just jumping right into it here, the main thing that I want to impress upon you guys is you will rarely ever have the narcissist just straight up tell you about these exes, right? They don't hide it per se, but they don't feel like there's some sort of need to tell you. It's not healthy in a relationship, right? You want to be open and honest about what's going on, and a narcissist cannot do that. Don't disillusion yourself to think that a narcissistic individual is just going to be forthcoming with the truth. They can't do that, because it would mean that their image is going to take a hit. And obviously, if they have you as a source of supply and they're getting something from you valuable that they need, they're not going to want to risk losing their source of supply, meaning you in this case. And the first one, I think, is the biggest reason a lot of the time. It's because of their egos, right? Narcissistic individuals, even more than just typical egos, because we all have them to a certain extent. Narcissists have hugely inflated egos, right? It's part of their sense of self, their sense of self-worth. And they can't be wrong. They have to always have someone stroking this ego, especially. And nothing better to do than keep an ex on the back burner to stroke your ego. These are very low ego individuals to begin with. They need to have that inflated constantly. And it really wouldn't matter from who they're getting it. Either it be a friend, family member, ex, is because it's familiar to them. They are pretty much someone they know, and it's easier to manipulate and get out of someone something you want. I find that narcissists, they tend to go back in cycles to things that they're familiar with, right? People they're familiar with, despite the history, despite, how things ended. If they feel like there's a comfort there and that they were getting something out of that situation, they'll keep returning back to it. Number 3 is narcissists love to be desired, love to be desirable. And a lot of times they don't feel like this. They feel like they are not good looking. They feel like they're lacking in some way. That's another reason that narcissists typically will stay in touch with an ex. And number 4, if you and your narcissist are on the outs and not talking, not doing too great, they have a great plan B, the fall person to run to and vent to when things are not panning out between you and, the narcissist. They have someone else that they can circle back to feel like they're just not alone. Narcissists cannot be alone, but a lot of times they'll even be intimate with their exes for this reason, because in their mind, they're not getting enough from you. They're not getting that satisfaction, so they feel good about themselves. So they'll use that as an excuse to go and cheat with an ex. So that's it. That's the entire video on why narcissists stay in touch with their exes, my point of view, how I see it, and what I've learned from my own experience. If you guys do like these videos, remember to give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.